Every time he boarded a plane, he always carried a roll of tape with him. Once the aircraft reached cruising altitude, he'd head to the restroom and skillfully seal the smoke detector with the tape. Lighters, cigarettes, handguns, he never failed to bring these prohibited items onto the plane, because he was an air marshal. But today, his tranquil career was about to come to an end. The test of 150 lives on this aircraft was about to begin. As he exited the restroom, most passengers had already drifted off to sleep. Mike yawned, and then he received a mysterious text message. Smoking on a plane is a criminal offense. This message came from the aviation-specific network system, which couldn't possibly be used casually. Who was secretly messaging him? Mike scanned his surroundings but detected nothing unusual. He was out in the open, while the other party hid in the shadows. Moments later, he received a second message, demanding a transfer of $150 million, or a passenger would die every 20 minutes. Just then, his partner John approached. Mike immediately confronted him. "Is this your idea of a joke?" John looked puzzled and quickly showed his own phone, proving the message wasn't from him. Could there really be a hijacker lurking on the plane? Mike promptly reported the situation to the captain, but the captain informed him that the plane was currently flying over New York City and there was no way to make an emergency landing. In this critical moment, Mike swiftly devised a plan. He continued communicating with the hijacker while summoning flight attendants Mary and Anna to secretly screen the passengers. Anyone sending a text message would be immediately flagged. Mike kept the conversation going with the hijacker while the other two closely monitored the surveillance screens. Anyone using their phone during this time was marked, and the most frequent user was none other than his partner. Just as John got up and headed for the restroom, Mike followed close behind.
"You son of a bitch."
Realizing the jig was up, John dropped all pretense and even promised to split the money with Mike. But as Mike glanced down to check the message, John suddenly attacked. In the intense scuffle, John tried to draw his gun. At the critical moment, Mike had no choice but to kill him on the spot. Immediately after, the timer chimed, indicating exactly 20 minutes had passed. Only then did Mike realize he had been set up. He had personally killed someone for the hijacker. Mike picked up John's phone and locked the restroom door from the inside. On his way back, the phone vibrated again. The new message read, "If you want to stop all this, there's only one way. Get me the money. Otherwise, the people you're protecting will continue to die one by one." And most ironically, the last sentence read, "Who knows who you'll kill next?" At that moment, the captain found Mike and demanded his gun and badge. It turned out the account number the hijacker provided for the transfer was actually in Mike's name. The captain didn't believe Mike's explanations at all, convinced it was just a clumsy joke. Besides, 20 minutes had passed and no one on board seemed to have been harmed. But only Mike knew that one person had already died on the plane, and at his own hands. He had to find the real mastermind behind this as soon as possible. Mike opened John's phone and finally discovered his secret. It turned out John had been colluding with drug dealers, and the hijacker had exploited this to control him. Just then, Mary accidentally saw the body in the restroom and almost screamed. Mike quickly stopped her and explained the whole story. Mary chose to believe him, and at that moment, there was only 1 minute left before the next person would die.